Welcome back, guys. So today
There's something a little special for you. It's a little different.
we're going to be doing a food review. I know this isn't the food review channel, but we're doing a little special kind of event. We're going to go down my fast food past, the places I worked at.
We're gonna see if they increased their quality, decreased their quality, or what happened.
And I'll bring up some memories of when I was working there, and
as we either throw up our food or enjoy it.
Yeah.
Whatever it be.
So
it's like a review.
It's
a review of the restaurant itself, I
Yeah.
guess. It's not like here's a new product, go try this. It's here's where I worked. I've worked here personally. Have they increased their quality or they decreased over time?
Yeah.
What has happened since then, pretty much.
And I might be able to explain why it may taste a certain way, might be a certain way. Every restaurant has their little niche thing that they do. So
we're going to do a counter video where it's places that I worked at.
Yeah.
For fast food, and then we'll see if they're still good or what's happening there, I guess. Today we have something. It's called Backyard Burger.
Backyard Burger. It is the first place I worked at. When I first got a job at the age of 16, freshman year. It's a fast food place. It specializes in burgers, but they make other stuff. I don't know. They hired me pretty quickly. I mean, they're hiring right now too.
They're always hiring.
So
I wonder why.
Yeah, that might be a warning sign.
Now we both got like a plain cheeseburger. He got ketchup and mustard on his.
Yeah.
You were there for a year.
I was there for a whole year, and so let's start with when I got hired on as the fry person. So I made the fries and I made the sides. So onion rings. I made chicken strips too, but that's because I also did the fryers.
Mainly fryer stuff.
Mainly fryer stuff.
So it wasn't on the grill or any of that.
No.
Or like the build station.
I was paid $7.25 an hour starting there, and then when I left a year later, I was still getting paid $7.25, despite me 3 months before I resigned. I asked them if I could get a raise, and they said they'll think about it.
And then he quit. I told him to quit.
Yeah.
Outside Petco, and I was like, Alex. He's like, yeah, I gotta go work. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't work.
Yeah, they were very unhappy that I was too far away, because I didn't know I worked that day. Because their schedules were terrible. They had no app.
My initial look is it looks like a school sandwich.
Yeah.
Like they serve at school.
So their niche thing
is putting the
sauce on the bottom.
Look how good they did that.
Yeah, it looks like 2 dots.
They look like they didn't even
There's barely any
they kind of
mustard.
look like they got a butter knife one.
Yeah.
Barely anything. It's making a nice noise for you guys. But the bun and the burger shape looks just like a school hamburger. The only difference is that it's a little bit thicker, I think.
Yeah, it
Kind of
definitely
smells the same way.
I don't know. I think it smells a bit better than a school burger.
It's only because it's grilled differently.
Yeah, you can definitely smell like the charcoal.
Are they grilled back there?
They are
charcoal grilled.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So.
I think the other ones that they had at school were in the oven.
Yeah. They oven cook them.
I've only been here one other time, but I've heard horror stories.
Yes, I will tell those horror stories
After we enjoy,
or
just not enjoy seeing that. Just cooked all the way through.
Are you good?
No. They use Kraft cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can tell because it's plastic.
hard to go down.
The quality of meat's not the best.
They have seasoned fries, and they also have waffle fries. We only got seasoned fries this time.
They're kind of cold, so we can't judge them too harshly.
Right.
For the coldness.
I don't think they're that bad.
I think they taste like any other seasoned fried.
They taste like Arby's curly fries.
Yeah. I feel like Backyard Burger just like steals like
ideas.
They just steal people's rotting stuff or this is about to go bad and then they buy it and they resell it for like $8. It's like $8 for this burger, I think. Or maybe it's the meal, it's $8. It's like kind of an old person restaurant.
That is true. There was many old people that always came in. Our regulars were ancient. I got one of their chocolate milks.
Secret recipe.
The secret is they take 1% white milk and Nesquik and they barely stir it. So
that's the secret.
We'll see if let's see if they stirred it good enough or if I'm about to get a mouthful of chocolate.
Chocolate powder.
That was another downside is that you didn't get any free meals. You wouldn't even get like half off meals. That was only if you did like really good one day. I remember I would double shifts.
And it still wouldn't give you 50%.
And you wouldn't even get 50%.
So what it seems like to me is that it would be cheaper to buy hamburgers at home than put them on the grill at home.
Yeah.
And you can buy an air fryer for like $20 and buy like Arby's curly fries and it would be the same thing. It would be a lot cheaper.
So the chocolate milk tastes like tinted white milk.
Do you think it's tinted white milk because it's expired? You want to do a smell test? He's scared because it could happen there. That's a possibility that it could happen.
So upon the smell, it's normal, but I could compare it to the exact smell of those cheap Easter candies. You know, the like eggs with the eggs that have like the nougat.
The foil wrapped.
Yeah, I forget who it is that makes those, but it's like that exact smell. It's not bad. It's just tinted white milk, but that's what it smells like. It smells like I wouldn't even be surprised if they took some old Easter candy and they dropped it in the white milk, and that's all this is.
It's like that monkey, the chocolate monkey, that melts into the pot.
Yeah. So.
I'd say the fries are the best part.
Yeah, I see you chowing down on these. They're pretty desirable.
Have they increased or decreased, or are they the same?
I think I'm going to be honest, I think they decreased.
You think it's worse than it was?
I think their burgers are like way too dry. I remember them not being as dry.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of tastes like something my mom would make. I'd be like, okay, well, I know she made it so it's not covered in grease.
These burgers taste like if you took your school lunch and you just let it sit outside in the Sahara heat.
And it burnt a little bit.
Yes.
And it tastes a little bit grilled, but it's got the same quality and texture. But like, as you can tell, like, I'm starving.
Yeah, I can tell. The burger looks like a burger, but tastes like not a burger. And
it tastes like it could be a different animal.
They put the sauce on there so scarcely. Like, look.
They want you to taste.
Look at that.
Meat. They want you to taste the meat.
They want you to have a mouthful of sand. Is what it feels like.
It's like it could be like horse meat. You wouldn't know. Or maybe like it's 90% soy. Or the burgers, are they like pre-made? like frozen and pre-made.
They are frozen.
And they come on like white sheets.
Yeah. That was another thing. Being a fry boy, I had to get everyone's stuff and stock them, which was complete BS. I remember I went back to our walk-in fridge / freezer. Both. We didn't have a walk-in freezer and a walk-in fridge. It was the same thing. And the grill guy was back there making out with the cashier.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have cared had they not been on the box of fries that I needed.
It kind of gave you stiffy.
Yes, but it was cold, so I didn't feel anything. And it was weird. The whole time I worked there was weird. Actually, when we went and got these, the same manager that I worked under was still there.
Is he the one who handed you the food?
No, it was the lady behind.
Excuse me?
Behind her.
Your request to her, like, hey, can I speak to whatever her name is?
No.
I'm like, hey, just so you know,
you can leave.
I make $13 an hour now.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's sad to see that. I don't think they're getting paid that much either. Like they could definitely move up in life.
I'm just kind of surprised. Like I don't eat here at all. This is like the first time I've eaten here in like years.
Right.
And like I'm surprised they're not out of business. Like these old people must love this place for no reason.
It's because they have no taste buds. Their taste buds have completely.
But if that's the case, you can go to McDonald's and get like 3 McChickens for $3 and be like, well, I don't care what it tastes like.
I think we had like a honor program or something like that, where like if you kept coming, you could get stuff. I don't remember. Yeah, there was this one event I wanted to talk about this creepy old assistant manager.
His name was, let's make up a name.
Belfonte. So, Belfonte, he worked at another location and he moved over because, I don't know, he just moved over, he came over for some reason. And I remember the cashier that the girl guy was making out with was working on the sandwiches, so she had like moved up. And this old man, Belfonte, would always like hit on her. He was like 60 or something, and she was like 17. So it was sketchy from the get-go. Her name was Lola.
Lola
and
had a bad ass.
No, it was a different one. Anyways, the point is, he would always hit on her, and I remember one day,
he hit on him one day.
No, that I wish. We have the grill trap, or the grease trap for the grill, where all of the grease that pulls out and that these soak in.
Actually, like a little goblin lives down there and eats all the grease.
Yes, we have to take care of the grease goblin, or else they'll burn down the restaurant. But no, we pour it in a giant bucket. Now I have to take that bucket to a giant grease trap outside next to the trash can, which was disgusting. But it was like hot, steaming grease, and it sat next to the grill. And Belfonte, Lola was heading towards the back to get some stuff, and it's kind of a like tight space where the sandwich making station is and the grill, and then there's the bucket. And he like went to like grab her waist or something, and she like dodged out the way, and she fell, and her arm went straight into the grease bucket. Hot grease. And she screamed so loud.
She screeched.
It was ear piercing. It was terrible. But it was just like, the man was so creepy that it blocked his vision to see that it was not okay to be doing this, and that in him pursuing this child injured the fuck out of her. So he left after like the month after that happened, thank God. I hated seeing him. He was bald, creepy. Just exactly what you picture at Belfonte. So past that, I hated the place.
There was tile flooring.
Oh yeah.
Below.
So there's part of the job of the fry boy was to clean the back of the restaurant, and we had tile floors, and the floors looked like they were lined with gold, but this wasn't gold. This was pure grease.
It was like if you never brushed your teeth at all.
Yes, it was like plaque. It was like the building grew plaque, but the thing is you could never get it off. I scrubbed for like 2 hours straight on like just where my fry station was, and it wouldn't come up. It was like since that building was birthed from hell, it just was never touched. No, you couldn't get it out. It was like scripture built into the tile. But I'm confident the place is still greasy. It still tastes dry.
I give it, for as much grease as they have in the building, it's dry. Now, if you listen to our podcast, Vincent has said Fuddruckers was greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Backyard Burger, it's a grease fest compared to Fuddruckers.
Yes.
Are we on to number 2, or you still got more stories?
I'll tell one more story while you number 2 ready. So, it's so dry. Chocolate milk. Our score for this Backyard Burger,
I give it a 3.
I give this also a 3.
I only give it a 3 because of the fries.
Yeah, the fries were really good. Did you eat all the fries?
Yeah, I ate all the fries.
Okay, well, the chocolate milk mediocre, the burger dry, the just whole experience was just like the experience of me working there was just god awful. I highly don't recommend going there. It's
now another place.
the worst.
It's another place. We like to call this like this was like. So imagine you're 17, right? And your best friend says, "Hey, I can get both of you guys a job." It's like our 3 best friends, right, at the time, all had the same job. But imagine a manager, this old hag manager,
That ruled with an iron fist.
when she was there. This is the place we like to call. You ready to announce this?
Yeah. This was Subway.
We both worked at Subway at the same time.
Yes. I was happy to leave Backyard Burger to go here. I felt good.
They paid more money.
It did pay.
There was some fun people there. Me, Alex, or should we name drop these people?
Our friend Evan, and then 2 more coworkers.
We'll put Evan's Instagram in the link down below.
Oh God. Oh. I just bit in a straight char.
So Subway, I'd say overall it was a pretty okay experience. I had some good moments there.
Oh.
It was mostly just goose and
Oh my
giggles
God.
to do nothing. $9 an hour. Even if the people weren't there, it was an easy job.
God.
So
Damn.
Backyard Burger's changing the score to a number 2.
Yeah, no, that's a number 1. I felt like I just ate out Bubble Bath's ass crack. That was so bad. That was not good at all. Oh my God.
So Subway, the best experience I had at Subway was when I stepped in a bucket of water. Because
You stepped in a bucket of water?
There's a Home Depot bucket that had like the water from the fridge that would leak into the bucket, and I was climbing up there because I think Evan threw something up there. I was like, no, I'll get it. Climbed up there, and when I got the thing, I went to get down, and my shoe fell in the bucket of water.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a wet, soggy, socking shoe, and then Evan decided to throw my shoe in the microwave
To heat
to
it up,
heat it up and dry it out. And it didn't work. It just made the shoe warm and wet.
So the
did not have a
napkins.
shoe that night. The napkins, they're supposed to give you 2 per 6-inch, and we ordered a foot long, so 1 per 6-inch. We got 2 napkins each, so they're being generous with napkins now.
How kind of them.
But I've worked at Subway at 3 different locations. He only worked at 1. I worked at one inside of a Walmart. They still give you free sandwiches, but the other ones they don't. It's half off.
You worked at 3?
Yeah, I worked at the one whenever I was in
Oh
Kansas
yeah,
City, Illinois.
yeah, Kansas City.
And then Walmart, and then the one that we worked at.
So what one would you say is the best in terms of management?
North Kansas City. The manager was cool. She liked me. I have her on Snapchat. She's got a kid now. She added me. She's like, add me on Snapchat. I'm like, okay. She's like 23 or something. Well, she was 23. I don't know how old she is now.
Nice.
If I did the math, I would know. But she'd tell me things about how like the truck guy was a creep and how he always like hit on her. He'd be like, okay, well, I have things to do. And then I was her favorite because of my sarcastic personality, I guess.
That's cool.
They almost didn't hire me.
Why?
Because the interviewer that I interviewed, she interviewed me, but she was like, I think she might have been like a little bit off. I can't tell.
Bit off.
She was like high functioning autism, and she said she didn't like me. And then I came in for a second interview with her. She liked me, so fuck you. I trained a new kid.
Yeah.
And he was kind of stupid, but then I left. And it was fine.
It was fine because you left.
Yeah. But the one that we worked at,
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed making the free sandwiches, and you're only supposed to make like a regular base one. Nobody followed that rule.
Yeah.
I had like a club with like triple meat and guacamole and bacon and like everything on it, and then like a steak. I did like triple meat with like double cheese and like a bunch of guacamole on it, and I just cherished it as a regular foot long.
I was just worried. I didn't want to get like fired.
I didn't care.
Yeah, I know you should. We worked at 3 others, so I shouldn't have been that worried. So we each got a 6-inch.
We got a spicy Italian.
That's
like
a staple.
It's a staple sandwich if you work.
Except for like the meatball. We were told we had the best meatball subs of all the Subways. Like we had the best meatballs per the manager. So that was a lie.
I know the pizza sub was good.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a
pizza
pizza sub. That's like a secret.
It's a secret, but it's like the meatball sauce, but you put pepperoni on it without the meatballs.
So it's all nice and wrapped tight. We were told how to do that.
We made the bread.
Yeah.
They did a pretty okay job with the bread, I think. Sometimes you'll get bread that doesn't have cheese on it, like one served doesn't have cheese on it.
So
it looks nice. I've been to Subways where they make it look shitty.
You're like,
everything's falling out. You can put they overloaded his sandwich.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's what we like.
That's always good. It's better overloaded than under.
On your side?
Somewhere.
That's the wrong side. Flip it back around. The other way. Yeah. So there's cheese on the whole thing with the herbs and cheese.
So we got.
Now everything comes in a bag here, like everything.
Yes.
Every single thing, except for like the frozen, except for the bread that comes in a box.
Yes.
With a bag in it.
Yeah.
A bag box, and cookies come in a bag box, a box bag or whatever. But everything comes in a bag.
From the banana peppers to the black
olives.
olives.
Spinach is in a bag.
To the spinach.
The
the
tomatoes
lettuce.
aren't, I guess, because technically you get to cut those.
They're whole. You gotta go slice.
The only things that are whole are the onions, the tomatoes, and the cucumbers. And that's it. Everything else is in a bag. The sauce is in a bag.
The meat.
Cheese. Every single piece of meat is in a bag. For the most part. So, if you think you're eating healthy, you're not.
That's fully incorrect. But I'm sure our viewers know this. They're
All I can say is that it smells good and I can't wait to eat this.
Yes, let's get in.
My initial reaction is, wow, it tastes like junior year.
Yeah. So what we got on our sandwich, we got a half and half because I'm not a big fan of stuff as he is.
I like onions and I like lettuce. And that's the only thing that's different. And tomato.
Besides that,
It's the
we
same.
got spinach, banana peppers, black olives,
Oil, vinegar,
oil, vinegar, salt and pepper.
salt, and pepper. I think that's it.
That's all we got.
Subway's a pretty good choice,
Yeah.
I'd say.
I'd say for a starter job, you should definitely go for Subway.
Subway's easy.
We had many stories.
There's the only time Subway is annoying is maybe during after like a Sunday church rush. You remember those?
Yeah, it's especially annoying.
But there's 4 people there usually. There's like somebody
Yeah.
in the back prepping stuff and doing dishes, and then like one person checking you out on the line, and 2 people doing the sandwiches. So it's not as bad, but like usually you get 3 people. You get one who's been there since the morning and they leave at like 5, and then a person who gets there at like 4. So you're there an hour with 3 people, and then the person leaves, 5 person leaves, and then 2 people came in at 4, 1 person closed usually. That was good because the Kansas City store 2 people closed, and they're like, that makes no sense. Why would you close by yourself? You're not supposed to close by yourself.
Right.
In the Walmart Subway is 2 people as well. But our Subway was just 1, which made no sense.
Yeah, it was probably
because
our
it was
main-
like where we worked was in the middle of nowhere almost.
Right.
There was like a farm across the street with like an abandoned farm or something, like a whole wheat field, and then on this side is like land where there's no businesses for like at least what would you say, like maybe like a quarter of a mile,
Yeah.
and then like the nearest place was a quarter of a mile. So if somebody wanted to come rob you, you couldn't go run away and hide.
Yeah, it would be
You'd
some.
be fucked.
It'd be some Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Now, our best customers, they were groundhogs.
Yes. So working at our location, there was animals
All over.
everywhere. There was groundhogs to our right, to the right of the store, and I don't know, they're pretty cool to see, watch them move about. But there was plenty of geese that would
attack the goat.
flock
They'd run over the.
They'd be in the field next to us, and then they'd come over as soon as we went out to throw away trash.
She made friends with the geese, and that's
Yes.
why. She would throw the stale bread at the geese, and the geese would fight over the bread. They'd like box each other for it.
Yeah, they would fight pretty hard for it.
Remember when our friend Evan, he drank vinegar?
Yes, there was one day, our friend Evan decided to
Drink a cup
give
of
us
vinegar.
each a little, one of those small water cups, all 3 of us, of straight vinegar. And he threw it back like a shot, and this man threw up. He went to the bathroom, but it sounded like he was fighting off a Sasquatch. It was loud, aggressive, and painful. I took a sip and I said, I don't think this is for me.
Spit it back out.
When I drank, when I was given a shot, I was very hesitant, but I did take a small sip, and don't do that. I don't recommend that. We also would throw black olives at each other. We called them olives because you get your little pan thing, like, I don't know, it's kind of.
It's a little tray that sits in the little cooler thing.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to label what it is. And black olives too long, so people be olive.
Yeah,
Olive.
so we'd always refer to them as olives, because
Have a meatball.
it's easier. Yeah, so I didn't even know Subway gave out toys, but apparently we do.
Wait, those Crowley the Chance meatballs too.
Yeah, it was
The packet said
like years
have a-
after it came out.
have a meatball.
Yeah, it said have a meatball, so that became our favorite phrase to say. Like when we give the customer their sandwich, we'd say have a meatball.
You think the other one works there still?
The other. Oh, I don't think so.
The lady one.
Yeah, I don't think he went back.
No, she's in college. I forgot. There's that one lady who worked there after you. She's like, he's just like you, Alex. She's just like you. Remember that?
She didn't go back. She worked at the mall one.
Not that one. Not that other assistant manager bitch.
No, I was talking about the tea.
Not her.
Who?
Not her friend that she hired. But the other one. They were both working there, her and her friend, and there's another one. I said it was just like you.
With the black hair? Oh yeah.
She's like, she's just like you. And we're like, no.
Yeah, no. So like the people we got to meet was pretty cool. There was 2 originals that were there, and then there was some others that came in.
Someone with the fucked teeth.
They're.
She was kind of annoying.
Yeah, she was like.
She was kind of stupid, I think. If you're watching this, you're kind of stupid.
I don't think she's gonna be watching this. I'm sure she is. I'd imagine she moved state by now. But her name was like.
She did that because Evan invited her to goofy ass friends. She's like,
yeah.
Well, I want my friend here. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
We already ran over this. Remember that one time we got in trouble for sitting on the counters? Were you there? No, I think that was just me, Evan, and you know who else.
Yeah.
We were all sitting on the counters.
I remember that.
They pulled up a video. They're like, "Yeah, don't do this." I'm like, "Oh." Like if you're watching this video, why do you not say anything when I make my sandwich like this fucking big?
Yeah. For real. They always threaten the cameras because there's like multiple cameras in there.
They used it one time.
Yeah.
And it was because we were sitting on the counters, and I was like, he goes, "Oh, we have to be doing something." And I'm like, "Well, when it's 9 o'clock and nobody wants Subway,
yeah,
and everything's done, and we get everything done really fast, then why? What does that matter?"
Most of the time, that was the case. Is it no one would come in, but that was the other like bad part. Is you'd be sitting there, like 10 minutes from close.
No, it would suck because you'd close by yourself and there'd be nothing to fucking do. You'd be sitting there like staring at the wall, like counted all the money, put all the things away. Now I have to wait till the end of the night to push end the system on the thing. So I can't just leave because the system has to be closed at this time.
Right. But then there would be people that would come 5 minutes before close. That happened way too often. And if you're someone that comes in 5 minutes before close, you're a terrible person. Like, how could you be so selfish?
The Subway paid like $13 an hour to work there.
When you started working there?
I said if they did. I think they gave me $10.50 at the Kansas City store.
Yeah, it's because he got taught how to become a closer, so they paid him a bit more.
Oh man, they paid me more at South one. But Kansas City one, they paid me more because I had Subway experience. And then the Walmart one, they were desperately hiring, and I was like, yeah, I can work here. I actually worked at Taco Bell for a day.
Yeah.
Went across the street and got a job at Subway again. I was like, no. But they paid 10 as well. So overall, let's say Subway's about the same.
Yeah, it's always going to be the
stuff.
same because it's going to be in that package.
Well, they could have made it bad. They made it about right. I give Subway a 7.
Yeah. I give it a 6.5.
Not my favorite, but
It's still the same.
It kind of, when we quit, we both quit for different reasons. You quit because the manager was a bitch. Her daughter, she got her daughter to work there, and she acted like she was a manager now.
Yeah.
My mom's a manager, so I can do whatever I want. And then this lady was like, she was like in her 30s, and her mom was like 50.
Yeah.
So this 30-year-old lady was like, I'm gonna bully these little
Yeah, she
these little
treated
children.
us like we were newborns.
Well, we came in one time to get a sandwich, and the manager called us Tweedledee Tweedledummer.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, which one's which? She was mad that we came there for breakfast. I was like, okay. Evan stayed there the longest. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's probably because it was closer to him.
Yeah, but there was like other things like a Walgreens you could have tried going for or something. CVS was across the street.
Yeah. Their cookies are pretty good. We didn't get those because
when they're older, they're not that good. But when they're fresh out of the oven, like and cooled off a little bit, that's the best time to get them. If you know that they just made fresh cookies, buy those. Those are the best.
there was this time our friend Evan was tipped $100.
Because the first lady, which was the manager's daughter, made the sandwich awful.
Made the worst sandwich.
And then he remade it to be the best sandwich and got $100. And she got mad because she helped make the sandwich. By helping make the sandwich, she means I brought him up.
Yeah.
With the thing that Evan was gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
But she was just kind of like, well, I don't want to do dishes, so I guess I'll bring him up.
And her thing was, he wouldn't have came back had she not made the sandwich poorly. So, he actually gave her $50.
But no, he wasn't going to.
But he did.
He gave her 20.
20? Oh yeah, yeah.
And the manager was like, no, if it's my daughter, so you have to give her $30 more.
Yeah. So
he had to give her 50.
Yeah, it wasn't very fair to him. So we don't recommend that location ever at all.
I'd say the best location would be the one on
the Walmart location. No,
Walmart location. They have weird stuff there. I like the Walmart location because they got icy machine. I'd say the 7 Highway one, the one in the middle. There's no drive-thru, you have to go in. I'd say probably maybe that one. Although they did blow up a light bulb that once in a minute. Yeah, but Subway's a solid 7 and a 6.5, and this is part 1 of Work Stories.
Yes.
Work Stories and food review all in one. Do you have anything else to add?
Backyard Burger, terrible place. Don't work there.
Don't eat there.
Don't eat there. Subway, good starter job. Be careful about management.
Eat there sometimes.
Yeah, eat there sometimes. Don't trust the freshness.
Also, Subway, look out for things. Like, sometimes, the cooler thing will freeze your tomatoes. Or they'll freeze your things and they'll be like an icy tomato.
Yeah.
Look out for that too. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, thanks for stopping by.
Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.
Subscribe if you want to see part number 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Part number 2, we'll have 2 more places that I've worked at that he has not worked at any of these places, so it'll be kind of, both of them will be my stories instead of us having both stories for Subway. But like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for part number 2.
Breathe oxygen.
And in the description down below, there's a link to the main channel, or the review channel with me and Vincent, and then links to our socials. You want that linked in there? Or no? Not his won't be linked. Mine will. Vincent's will, in our main channel.
Tie your shoes.
Thanks for watching. See you guys